Okay, so today we'll be talking about money, right? So I'm going to talk about what I call money programming, and how to unlock, attract, and master financial wealth and abundance in your life. So I just want a quick survey here first. When I say the word money, right, what's the feeling or what's the thought, right? The first thing that comes to your mind when I say the word money. Can everybody just type in the chat very quickly? When I say the word money, right? What are some thoughts or some questions or some words that come on your mind? Very curious. Generous, wonderful. Need more? Freedom? Yeah, abundance? Bling? Bling? Oh, like jewelry and stuff. Oh, cool. Gold? Okay. Not Bitcoin. Bitcoin? Okay, good. So yeah, so again, right, just a quick survey, but just really talk about money. And how do you think the majority of today's world, right, when you think about the word money, right, what are some words do you think people have to describe money these days? The majority of the world today. What are some words, right? Or how do they feel, right, when it comes to money? What do you think? Just curious. I'm just want to get a sense thing. Not enough. Family, freedom, life, form of exchange. Sure, that's good. Anything else? What do you think majority of the world treats money as? No money lah. Isn't that, yeah? That's the name of your blog, right? Maybe your name of your blog issue now can be got money lah. Then you have more inspirational. Got money lah. Right? Devil, right? Devil, oh my gosh. Yeah. So some people say money is the root of all evil as well. Huh? Okay. So again, and then everything's so expensive now, right? And Heather has to repeat it twice to show the power of how much it worth. Okay, enabler. Okay, good. So very quickly, how many of you want to make more money than what you're currently making? And there's nothing wrong with it. You can just type the word yes in the chat. You just the word yes, so type me in the chat. Okay. Yeah. So if that sounds like you, this is what we are here for, right? If you want to make more money than what you're currently making. Okay. Quick one. How many of you have an amazing relationship with money right now? You can just type the word me in the chat. That sounds like you. You have amazing. You feel that it's amazing, right? Money loves you. You love money. Money comes back to you all the time. There's abundance, right? Yeah, good or bad. Yeah. Okay. First thought is stress. Second thought is yeah, right? So, CS, you know what is it called or not? It's called what I call that there's a term for relationship to call that one. Sometimes got very high, sometimes very down. I forgot what's it called. Love-hate relationship. Love-hate relationship. Yeah. Okay, good. So anyway, so what we're covering today, right, which is number one, the energy of money and how to harness it. Number two, money is a mirror of ourselves. We'll discuss that concept. Number three, how money flows to value. Number four, how to attract more money for life. And number five, creating a money intention. So I'll be just sharing some of my best experiences, my lessons over the years about money. And disclaimer, very quickly, even before I begin, I'm not perfect. Right, I'm still learning myself. So again, am I saying that I'm a bounty billionaire, millionaire? Right? No. Right? I'm still on the journey, just like many of you. I'm not like a million steps ahead of you guys. Yes, on my highest month was about 50K, but that's last month is about 20, 21K. So it's not like I'm making like butt loads of amount. But one thing I can do is, yes, I'm making similar to the money I want, but I'm also enjoying my life and achieving wealth at the same time. Everybody okay? Can you just type the word understand? The chat with understand. So by no means today's session, I'm saying from a space of, oh, I'm the guru, I'm the expert, right? I'm the best, I'm better of it. No, I'm just sharing you my lessons, and I hope on some level you guys can benefit from it as well. Okay, so in no way am I saying that I am perfect, right, in this topic for sure. Okay, so number one, we'll be covering the energy of money, right? And so just a very quick 20-second history of 20-second, right, evolution of money. So money isn't something created by religion, right, or God, right? So it started by number one, people buttering, right? Buttering cows for silk, right? Chickens for cotton, right? So it started as a way for butter. After a while, right, people started trusting in gold and then metal coins as the form of currency, right? Before there was seashells and stuff, right? But basically, humans, right, created gold and metal coins, right, as a way to transact value as well, and then became paper money, plastic money, electronic money, and then I scared if I don't put it, Zach will be very unhappy with me today. No lah, joking. Right? Cryptocurrency, right? So that's like apparently the new next form of money as well. But what are all of these show? Money is not this very spiritual kind of thing. At the end of the day, it's not, right? Money is neither good nor evil, right? It is what we call energy, right? Money doesn't change you. Money only amplifies who you truly are. Because money at the end of the day is just value, right? How you see yourself, how much value can you give. So money is not good or evil. If you're feeling stressed when I use the word money, right, it's not because money is inherently stressful, right? When I say money, right, when I say money, you feel amazing and feel abundance, right, and feel great, right? It doesn't mean money is inherently that. Money is just that. Money doesn't change you. Money only amplifies who you truly are. Okay, and so over here, I just want to get a quick take, right? So there are different ways to make money. So there are a lot of people that are wealthier, richer, making way more money than me, right? That doesn't subscribe to some of what I'm going to talk about today, right? Because for some people, money is this, they're in this section where you can make a lot of money by using a lot of force, using a lot of desperation, using a lot of scarcity, right? A lot of lack, a lot of control, right? About to prove someone wrong, right? From a space of revenge, right? Push, resistance, pressure, burnout, grind. So a lot of people, right, can make lots of money, but they use this level of energy. On the other hand, right, a lot of people can make a lot of money that comes from a space of flow, right? Flow where it's ease, alignment, abundance, trusting, allowance, attraction, openness, creativity, energy-driven inspiration. So quick question, guys, right? Which space, right? Which one would you prefer? Hustle or flow when it comes to making money? I'm just very curious. Flow, right? So one question you're gonna ask yourself, right, is if you chose flow, right, which is over the past 1, 5, 10, 20, 50 years, right? How do you see yourself, right, making more money? Or to change the question a little bit, how do you see most people trying to make money right now? Hustle or flow? Can we just start in the chat? How do you see yourself, right? Or not other people making money? What's the energy they bring? Usually comes from, right, hustle. Not all, for sure. If you think about what Ratna is doing, think about what I'm doing, what is doing, Brian is doing, you can see it comes from flow. But a lot of people right now, we are using hustle, right? Both can make money. I'm not saying you can't, but the question is which way you prefer. So you can make money both ways. And the question I always ask is, which way will you want to use for the rest of your life? And we adopt from that style. Okay, so one quick quote that I love, which I got while preparing for this workshop, which is the energy you feed into the strategy is 1,000 times more important than your actual action steps. So let the doing flow, right, state from the highest state of being. And of course, why we'll talk more about that. Okay, but how many of you here, right, you can see different people doing the same exact tactic, the same exact action, but have drastically different results? Can you just type me in the chat if you have heard or you kind of know what I'm talking about? Different people taking the same workshop, yes, but doing the same thing by very different level results, right? Because it comes from the state, right? It comes from the state of being, right? So again, that's why I said for me, commenting isn't something that I really love, right? And I know that while I can learn the tactics of commenting and engaging, I know that I'll suck at it. So I didn't even, so to me, once I realized that was a struggle about a few days ago, I immediately started asking people about it. I started asking Mel, I'm asking Ratna, right? I'm asking different people about the state. Because why? Anytime I feel a bit misaligned or I don't feel very aligned, I am getting help right away. Can everybody see it? Can you just type the word yes in the chat? Can you just type the word yes? Once I face a bottleneck or struggle or misalignment, I try to address it ASAP. Okay? So, quick question. Where are you right now? To reflect. Scarcity or abundance? Can we just start a chat? Over the past year, when it comes to your relationship with money, where do you think it has been coming from on a scale of 1 to 10, right? 1 is scarcity, 10 is abundance. Can we just start a chat very quickly? Just a quick self-awareness as we do the rest of today's workshop. Okay, 7. 8, okay, good. 7, 8, wonderful. Number 2, resistance or flow. So resistance means everything you're doing to make money, right? You always feel there's some resistance. You feel that you don't feel like doing it, right? There's like a bit of reluctance to doing it. And flow, right? Where everything you do, right, you just freaking enjoy. Okay, so me doing this workshop is definitely a space of flow because I'm so excited to share with you guys, right? Even I was surprised we get at 5:30 a.m. doing this. My wife thought I was very stressed, that's why I wake up. But I think I was very excited, and that's why I wake up to do. Okay. Number 3, desperation or confidence, right? So again, past year was making money more from a space of desperation or confidence. And again, it's not that it's right or wrong. It's just where's your energy right now. It's just a self-awareness. Again, there's nothing right or wrong for this. All right, just which will you prefer? Okay. Good. So One thing I share very quickly, it is on school, but I do talk about what is called the alignment equation. So again, this is another self-awareness exercise as we go on for the rest of today. Which is when it comes to your business, your career, or when your side hustle. This is one of the most powerful questions I learned only earlier this year, about the first quarter of this year, when it comes to alignment. Okay, so everybody in the chat, right, just rate from scale of 1 to 10. How aligned do you feel, right, when it comes to the people you are working in your business or your career and side hustle right now? From scale of 1 to 10, how aligned do you feel with the people you are working with? Okay, so 10 means you're fully aligned, you enjoy the people you're working with, right? They light you up, you light them up, right? And just feels freaking amazing, right? And 1 is like, maybe not. Okay. I know, Ariel, finally, that's great. Number 2, problem. So problem is not what's your problem, right? Problem is based on the problems you are solving through your career, your workshop, your business, right? How aligned do you feel, right? 1 being you really don't care about the problem you're solving in the first place, right? And 10 is you're actually passionate about solving it. So this can be linked to purpose as well, right? Your purpose, your mission, your career, but I just use the word problem as easy. Okay, so how passionate are you about the problem you're trying to solve through your business or your career? Okay, so for me, when I started my program, was teaching about productivity. Okay, well, it's pretty high, right? But as I went on and talked to more people, I realized the root problem for most people wasn't really productivity, right? And so then it started reduce as I got more clarity. And so now with this, I'm a lot more aligned with the problem I'm trying to solve for people right now. Okay, so sometimes with more awareness, you also get greater clarity about the scores as well. Number 3, promise. So promise, right, is the goals you help people with, the outcomes, right? So the goals, the outcomes help people with. So again, back to my example, when I was teaching people productivity, that was the promise I made people. But as I taught more productivity, I realized that I wasn't very passionate, I wasn't very aligned to it, because I realized that even if people were productive, if they weren't fulfilled, I didn't feel like I did a good job. When I used to teach investing and people paid me a lot of money to teach investing, I was nowhere near the level of alignment I have right now. Because why? So what if people make more money? If their lives are unhappy, unfulfilled, and stuck. To me, right, it wasn't that. I want a way where I can help people to not just make money, but to enjoy their lives and feel fulfilled as well. So again, based on the goals, all right, wonderful. So I think CS kind of see it, right? He hasn't been very aligned to the promise he used to have for people. Okay. And number 4 is the process, right? Which is you can be very passionate about the people you work with. You can be very passionate about the problem. You can be very passionate about the promise you help people with, but it might not be very aligned with the process, the way you help people. Okay, so last time I was very inspired to empower people to live their best lives, but I was in the tech startup space. And I realized after a while, it wasn't really for me, right? So now I'm doing what I love with personal development, productivity, mindset. So again, the process you're helping people with, how aligned do you think you are? And so if any of these falls below a 7, is something to really look towards too. Because why? Even all the best money strategies and tactics in the world might not help you that much if you are not aligned with what you're doing. Because why? There's always called what we call inner resistance, or what we call self-sabotage. Okay? Self-sabotage. So everybody just type in the chat, self-sabotage. If you're not aligned, most of the time unconsciously, but sometimes consciously, right, you might take actions that prevent you from making more money. Okay. And so what you're going to do right now is to reflect on a recent financial loss or a stressful situation. So whether you lost money on investments, whether you made a bad payment, right, to something that didn't work, or maybe just a general stressful situation in life about money. Right? So some of you don't, wonderful, that's amazing, right? But if you have, just think about it one way or another. And it could be very long ago, it could be just very recent, no problem. It could even be now, and that's totally fine, right? Just reflect again, right? Money is not good or bad inherently, it's just an energy, right, that we can tap on. Okay? Everybody okay? Can you just type the word yes in the chat because it's called a general situation, or you can think of a recent financial loss? I have it as well. I don't think I don't. Okay? Wonderful. And so this is the question I will ask. What sort of energy were you bringing to that situation? Okay, if you want, you can type your answer in the chat. If not, no problem. Just reflect a little bit. So what energy were you bringing into that situation? Was it fear? Was it anger? Was it frustration? Was it gratitude? Was it curiosity? Was it abundance? Okay. So what energy were you bringing to that situation? Okay. Or were you confident? Were you grateful? Right? Or you're anxious, doubtful, and scarce? Okay. So there's something. So we think through, right? What energy you bring in? So now it's more of self-awareness. And number 3, right? You can ask yourself, what are some ways you can positively shift your energy towards the situation or event moving forward? So I know it sounds very counterintuitive, and this is something that also I struggled with for a very long time. When I was stressed with money, something that I'm training myself to do is to start giving out money. So I say again, anytime that I was feeling stressed about money, I would actually think about how I can give away money, right? I might donate, right? I might give to someone in need. I might treat my mom something, my wife something, right? Because why? I want to shift my energy of money. Because if I was facing a financial stressful situation, but I still had the luxury of donating to people, right? Less fortunate. I still had the abundance, right? To be able to give something. I'm shifting my energy. I'm being grateful, and that allows me to have a better space to handle the stressful financial situation. Everybody understand? You can just type the word yes in the chat. So that's an example of how can you positively shift your energy. So again, you don't have to give away money if you don't want to, right? There are a lot of ways to do it, right? You can have meditation, like what Ratna is doing, right? Surprisingly is what I do. Wonderful, right? It can be mindfulness, it can be gratitude, okay? You mean going out to nature, right? It can be reminding yourself of your goals, okay? So again, what is financially stressful for you? So think through, what is financially stressful for you might be a freaking blessing to someone else. Okay, that's good. Everybody okay, good so far? So this is number 1, which is just to have a good awareness of the energy of money. Everybody good so far? Can you just type the word good in the chat? Okay, so this is a big question. If you have always been finding yourself being anxious, abundant, angry, frustrated, nervous, then this is the big question. How can you positively shift your energy towards that situation or event moving forward? Okay, so number 2, the mirror of money. What's the mirror of money about? So this is one of my favorite quotes. My first ever seminar was by this guy called T.F. Ecker, right? How many of you attended Millionaire Mind Intensive before? The seminar OGs, I think. I feel. If you attend MMI, you are very good chance you might be like me, a seminar junkie. Somehow, right? And nothing bad with it. It's just that T.F. Ecker is one of the OGs, right, of the seminar space. Right? 5 times for me. Wonderful. So your income can only grow to the extent that you do. Okay? And another quote by this other less famous guy, not so seminary, right? Called Bob Proctor. I think some of you might have heard of him. Amazing guy, right? In the whole mindset, spiritual space. The only limits in life are those we impose on ourselves. The only limits in life are those we impose on ourselves. Whether you think you can or you can't, you are right. That's what Henry Ford said as well. Okay? And so this I took from a mentor right then, which is at the end of the day, your self-beliefs, right? Your results, where is it money, health, relationships, is typically a mirror of what we call your self-beliefs. Okay? So it could be your intentions, right? It could be your feelings. We can talk about intentions later, talk about feelings, your beliefs, your actions. So again, everybody just type in the chat very quickly. What are some potential feelings, beliefs, or actions about money you might have right now? Okay? Can be good, can be bad, can be neutral, no problem. Just write down in chat. What are the first couple of beliefs or feelings you have when it comes to money? Money is hard work. Good. And just a hint, some beliefs are unconscious. So if you don't think it deeply, you might never know what are your unconscious beliefs about money. Okay? So I'll give you an example. I think some of you heard me say it last Wednesday that Sharon is very addicted to this game called Overcooked right now. Right? Overcooked. And she loves playing Overcooked until 3:30 a.m. in the morning. So last week, for 3 days, we played Overcooked till 3 a.m. And I wasn't very happy. I wasn't very happy. Right? But then I started asking, is there a subconscious belief going on there, which is If I stay up late, I cannot make the money I want. If I prioritize my wife, I can't prioritize my own growth. Okay, so again, something to think about. All right, nothing wrong with Overcooked. It's a great game, huh? Right, but again, all these beliefs, if you don't take time to reflect on them, you might never uncover the subconscious, unconscious beliefs. Mine is really boring to make. I actually find that an empowering belief, actually. Okay, have to work hard, money. Okay, so for example, these are the classic ones. If you're attended MMI, all of these might be familiar, right? I'm not good with money. Money flows easy to others, but not to me. So rich people are greedy. So again, you're gonna ask yourself, have you been accumulating lots of beliefs that are limiting you from making money consciously or not? So as I'm talking right now, it's not for you to just hear me, but to reflect yourself as well. What are some potential limiting beliefs you have at a lock at the corner of your brain that you don't want to confront? But that's usually what happens. Okay, if I don't work, trade late tonight, I can't make money. Wonderful. Okay, so, and yes, again, hint, this is not just for money as well. This can be for every area of your life. So the question is, what are some of the intentions, feelings, beliefs, actions that you might have? Okay, so what we're going to do is, we're going to do a very quick exercise today. Any of you done this before? Writing a love letter to money? All good? Anyone done it before? Okay. So what I'm going to do is, we're going to do a very quick, okay, so this will be a very quick exercise because of interest of time. We're going to take about 7 minutes, so we'll come back at maybe about 2:03, 2:05 p.m. And if you want to, I would love for you to write the letter and just share it here for everybody to get inspired and to learn by, right? And really just basically, if money was a person, what would you say to it? If money were a person, what would you say to it? Okay. Number 2, how do you feel about money? Right? If this was someone you had a relationship with and you had to share all your feelings about money, what would you say? What do you think money would feel about you? Big one, huh? What do you think money would feel about you? Bro, everyone's making money, why not you? No, joking, huh? But again, what do you think money would feel about you? Share everything on your mind and don't hold back. And this is just really a quick way for you to just uncover, right? What are some of your unconscious beliefs, mental models, spaces about money? Because again, most of us, we tend to avoid talking about money all the time, right? But today is just a way for you to uncover it. So for example, this is what I wrote a while back. I started with gratitude, but, right, I uncovered, while I know logically that money can be abundant and stuff, I still feel that you are quite scarce at times. But I recognize that it's me who decides the energy of how you're going to be like. I'm still a bit frustrated, but there's sometimes I still feel lacking. But as I write this, I remind myself I can treasure abundance, then I'll get to more of you. I'm still work in progress, but I know, I have faith, I have confidence, I'm going to have so much more of you in the coming weeks, months, and years, and I'm still going to have way more of you while still enjoying my life. Okay, so again, it doesn't be this stuff. Use whatever styles that feel good to you when it comes to writing this letter about money. Everybody okay so far? Can you just type the word yes in the chat, you guys understand? We'll come back at 2:05 p.m. So quick 5 to 7 minutes. Don't take too long, and then again, take some time after this workshop, rewrite it, refine it, and then we'll come back. Okay, so I'll play some music. I will copy and paste the response. Again, so in this stop, what we're going to do, number 1, we're going to reflect. What does your current financial reality reflect about your beliefs? So this letter, again, go for a deeper one after this workshop if you want, but it's good to reflect about what does your current financial reality reflect about your current beliefs, conscious or unconscious. Okay, and the next thing is, do you truly believe that you deserve money? Why or why not? And I know a lot of us who have attended enough books, programs, seminars to say, yes, Mark, I know I deserve money. But when we ask for the sale, how many of you still feel a little bit nervous sometimes when you ask for money, when you ask for a pay increment, right? Or even sometimes you get a very big windfall, part of you feel, wow, is this really good, too good to be true? How many of you have felt something like that before over the past 1, 2, 3, 5 years? Like, so we can say logical, right? Joanne raised that, right? Logically, right, that we know we deserve, but unconsciously, emotionally, in your programming, right, do you truly deserve money? If you don't think, or you don't think you're 100% there yet, right, then think about, okay, how can we address that as well? Okay, good, getting better, wonderful. Again, it's always a work in progress. So do I get nervous sometimes? Of course, right, I do, right? But again, is it getting better? Okay, and number 3, everybody just trying to check very quickly. What are some, and this is personal to you. So if you think you have adopted a belief, you have to write it down. But what do you think are some new beliefs about money you would like to get moving forward? 100% attention, right, to help you create the financial reality you want. Can you just try to check? What do you think are 1, 2, or 3 beliefs about money that you want to adopt moving forward to get even more clear, more committed with that belief that will help you make more money in the future? Can we just try to check very quickly? So set your intention. So it always starts by setting your intention first. All right, so yes, wonderful. So on some level, logically, you know, business-wise, you should, right? And by the way, I take that as well. I also work with that. I use to challenge that as well, right? But internally, right, then there's always a little bit of what if they say no, and I will talk about that later, the next topic. Okay. So time to check what are 1 or 2 or 3 beliefs that you want to commit to having, right, for 2025 and beyond when it comes to money. You are deserving of money. Wonderful. Money flows to you easily and from multiple ways. One way can already, no, joking. Yeah, okay, multiple ways. Okay. That I really desire money. All those ongoing. Okay, right. So there's a good awareness there that while you desire money, unconsciously be chasing away. So usually what happens is people make a lot of money and they self-sabotage. They buy things, they go create something happens somehow, right? Somehow the universe they will tekan you in the butt, and then your money is back to a more comfortable state. Right? So it could be in the past, something happened that made you feel that, wow, actually, if I don't have a lot of money, I won't get hurt. Actually, if I don't make a lot of money, I won't lose it a lot. Yeah, maybe I don't have to make too much money. And all this can be very subconscious. It can be very unconscious. Okay? Good. Everybody just write down this 1 belief, 1 or 2 beliefs before I move on. People are giving money. If I give them what they want, wonderful. Good. Money easily flows to me. Okay? Wonderful. So again, right, with some of these beliefs, remind yourself somewhere, put in the notes somewhere so that you can remind yourself of all of this. Okay? If you really want to go deep about getting those beliefs, right, of course, you always share with me, share with YY, right? Then we can work with you to get there. Okay? Good. Okay, so again, here's some examples. Money is root of evil. I could never do that. I need to be practical. Sounds familiar, some people? Right? Money can't buy happiness. I'll never be rich or healthy. Right? Or healthy, wealthy. Right? Money is hard to come by. I don't know enough. All that is bad. I'm not good. Pinching pennies is two-way. Okay? Money is a tool I can use to do good for my family and the world. Right? I can be practical and build a life of my dreams. Right? Money is a tool can be used to build a beautiful life. I'm taking steps daily. All right, so it's not that I am like the freaking filthy rich right now, but I know I'm taking steps daily to get there. Okay. I look for opportunity to work smarter, not harder. I'm a great learner and I'll figure it out. I use that strategy, it makes sense. I'm learning to be good with money every day. Building wealth is a balance between earning, saving, investing, and learning about money is a fancy. Okay, so one reason why I shared with this, especially this portion, is because, guys, are all of these what we call affirmations? What do you think? These are not technically like the classic kind of affirmations. These are beliefs and opinions that actually make a lot of sense. It's very grounded reality. Right? So for example, I don't know enough versus I know everything in the universe I ever have to know. No. You say, hey, you're a great learner, you figure out. Right? I'm taking steps daily. You're not, so you don't have to say, I'm wealthy, I'm rich. Right? Again, some of you might be like, I'm not the richest right now, but hey, I'm taking steps daily to become wealthier. So again, I love this. Take a screenshot if you have to, right? Because I think these are strong beliefs that we can adopt without having to have our skeptical BS brain, right, be out there. So sometimes I like this more than affirmations. I know some people love affirmation, which is great, but sometimes I like this because these are more grounded in reality. Everybody okay? I hope that helps, sir. So, number 3, money flows to value, right? So this is something I've been talking for a long time, but let's revisit it as well. Okay, later, yeah, I have time to answer questions, no problem about it. Okay, so number 1, at the end of the day, your income is determined by how many people you serve and how well you serve them. Okay, so for example, this is one of the first lessons of money I ever learned, right, way back when I was reading a Tony Robbins book, right? The reason why a heart surgeon who saves people's lives make less money than Taylor Swift, a singer. Why do you think that is the case? Why do you think a heart surgeon that freaking saves lives, right, and probably some of the smartest people in the world, actually makes less money than Taylor Swift? Right, the number of people. So it's not just by how deep you can help, also by the number. So she serves more people. So, again, a song is not going to, it could change your life, right? I'm not going to say Taylor Swift songs don't change people's lives. I think I'll get I get bombarded with crazy people, right? But again, not saying that Taylor Swift doesn't hate, but again, compared to a live surgeon, right? It's good, but again, so it's about number of people. So, okay, so again, my favorite quote of all time, right? You can have everything in life you want if you just help enough other people get what they want. So guys, have you done a check? When majority of people start getting stressed about money, right, of their finances, who are they focused on? Let me done a check. Who are they focused on? Themselves, right? But always, right, think about how you can add. And again, we'll talk about that in a bit. Okay. So the more people or more you can help someone, the more money you will make. At the end of the day, the more people or the more you can help, the more money you can make. So for example, let's say the AI trend comes, right? And people take advantage of AI, right? It's not because of AI that they are rich. It's because they were able to use AI to help many people's lives in a short period of time. Okay, so for example, if even a simple thing as, let's say, the yoga trend, right, became popular, and if you realize that more people are receptive to being helped by yoga and you do something with yoga, then you're likely going to make more money because again, people are more receptive to being helped at that point of time. So it's always about how more people can help or how more can you help people. Okay, so for example, my evolution, so I was first a startup employee, didn't make a lot, right? Made about 3K maybe per month, right? As a startup employee, 3.5, right? I thought investing habits for fun. I didn't really charge then because I really had zero experience of coaching people, right? I was in the angel investing space, earn a bit more money, but I was not the angel investor, right? I was the saikang, I was the back end. Again, value, but still not much value. And then I started doing affiliate marketing where I could help a lot more people in a short period of time. Okay, right? Then it was affiliate marketing, and then being a digital marketer, where in the first month I was tasked with about $50,000 of ad spend every single month. Again, to help a lot more people, right? And then coach and trainer, and then of course now being entrepreneur. So again, it all boils down to how many more people can you help. So whether it's you're promoting your career, your business is all about can you help people or not. So just a quick, I think I shared with you some of this quick story before. So my wife, she's in compliance. So compliance is not sales and marketing, it's not business growth, it's not development. Everybody got it? So compliance is what we call usually a very cost center. Okay. But recently, she was, I mean, help her and all, right? But she was one of the fastest promoted in her department in Amazon in a very short period of time. And one big lesson I learned during her journey with her own manager is how the manager sold the fact that she deserved promotion. It was freaking amazing. So basically, compliance, right, is you're just making sure you don't get tekan lah, right, by the government. You only one goal. Don't get tekan by government. Serious. Don't get tekan. So what apparently, Sharon, because she was from the government side, right, she did one suggestion, right, which apparently saved the company anywhere from $5 to $20 million. One suggestion. And the boss, right, and this one I learned from her manager, right, which is they counted how much more money, man hours people they'd hire, right, if they use the old strategy of structuring their organization or their company as compared to the one suggestion she gave. And of course, she helped to implement and execute it. And so with that one thing, right, you say, hey, dude, she saved us probably $5 to $20 million and a lot of man hours and time. She probably deserves it, lah. Right? So again, whether you are in sales or not, business or growth or whatever, there are a lot of ways for you to think about how can you add value to other people. The question is, how resourceful are you? Everybody okay? You can just type the word yes in the chat, you guys understand? So anyone can contribute. How many of you have Spotify, by the way? Spotify? I just read this story recently. How many have Spotify? How many of you know what's this thing called Spotify Wrapped? Spotify Wrapped, anyone you know? Wow, I look at my Spotify rap very joke. It's all musical things because why I keep playing all this classical music. So I look at it, who are these artists? I have no idea who are they. It was a joke. Yeah. The whole point of Spotify rap as a social viral thing was by an intern of the company. No one is too small to make impact. Everybody okay? So let's continue. All right. So So what if you're unsure of how you can help more people? So the question is, what if you're unsure of how can you help? Say, Mark, I'm doing this. I'm not sure how I can help more people at this point of time. It seems that it's very limited, right? Then this question, right, which is, who can help? It just starts with the one person. Who is one person I can help? Who is one person I can ask if I can help? Can I ask my manager, my colleagues, my stakeholders, right? Hey, is there something I help you with? Or what's the challenge that you have? Okay, so one of our newest MI specialists, Ting Yang, right, he started from compliance and then became a salesperson. But he became more valued in salesperson because Ting Yang was always asking, hey, do you need some help with structuring your products to be more compliant heavy? Do you need any perspectives? I'm willing to do a sharing for free if you all want to, right? He's always asking, who can I help? On some level, everyone can help someone with something. The question is, do you ask in the first place? And if you're feeling nervous, you're feeling financially stressed, right? If you want to find ways to make more money, always ask yourself, who can I help? Who can I help to make more money? Okay? So what you do for this portion, you're going to reflect very quickly. Number one, what are ways in whatever you do to help even more people or add greater value moving forward? Sometimes the answer can be as simple as posting more content or reaching out to more people to ask. Sometimes the answer can be a bit more deeper, structuring your offers and stuff, but again, what are ways to help even more people with what you do or add greater value for people moving forward? That's one. Okay. Number two, what skills or knowledge can you pick up to help more people or provide greater value? So it could be a technical skill. It could be a soft skill as well. Okay. A soft skill allows you to reach out to more people and get more people to be receptive to being help from you. So again, are you focused more on technical skills or soft skills? Okay, both are important. The question is, what do you want to prioritize at any given point of time? Okay. All good so far? Can we just start the chat? Good. If you guys are good when it comes to value, right? So money equals to value. Anyway, I'll give you the slides later, yeah? So you don't have to write like jumble down and copy down everything. But this is a big one, right? What are ways to help even more people greater value, or what skills or knowledge can you pick up to help even more people? Okay. By the way, all good so far? Right, so again, this is a perspectives, right? A lot of them will go deeper as you go along. If you need help one-on-one, ask me, ask YY, we're here to support you, right? But I hope today gives you a bit of a bigger, broader perspectives when it comes to money. Okay, so number four, we're going to harness the flow of money, right? So then number four, harness the flow, how you take advantage of flow of money. Okay, so again, money flows to people who respect it, treat every dollar like it's related to $1 billion. Okay, so every dollar has value. The more you respect money, the more likely to come to you. Okay, so this one again, I got it from my mentor, right? Which is the difference between attachment and detachment. So attachment comes when you're holding on to money out of fear, scarcity, or control. And then your energy becomes tight, restrictive, and desperate. So you keep saving, holding, and everything is hard to lose and also hard to come in, right? So everybody, right, can just put two hands like that, right? You can just put two hands. Right? Just close your fist. So you want to make more money? Sometimes the power is to detach from it. Okay? So don't hold on too tight. Right? Because the more you have the energy of and you tight, and you save, and you keep, and you scrimp, right? It's tough for money to come in as well. Okay? So whether you believe in woo or not, this is what a lot of us have experienced before. The more tight you are with money, the harder it is to come in. Okay? So detachment. If you're more detached, right? Trusting money, right? To flow it out without fear of loss. Open, free, and abundant. You share, knowing that, okay, some of the money might not come back when I do all of this, but I trust that it will come back to me. Money will come when needed. I'm secure without over-controlling it. Outcome encourages flow, invite opportunities, and fosters speed. So I'll give you a good example that even I got a big lesson out of it. How many of you know who is Benjamin Ong? He spoke at our previous mastermind before, right? Benjamin Ong. He's like the X Factor, he's like the Melvin So for financial agents, right? So our friends, right, Lynn, and I think previously Jamie was in the program. Benjamin. So I think one of the methods he used, even when he was a student or whenever he was very young, right, as a financial agent, was okay. So guys, let me tell you chat. Most financial planners, when they meet their or then they do social appointments or their first meetings with friends or prospects, where do you think they usually meet? Can we just start in the chat? Where do you think they usually meet? Cafe, right? Starbucks. I don't know, Lin, you know what he does, You know what Ben does? He treats them to Hai Di Lao. Right? Again, not saying that it's because of Hai Di Lao they make money, but he's like, hey, I'll be abundant, I'll be generous, I'll trust that the money will come back to me. Right? Technically, it makes sense because you stand out, but to me, I feel it's the energy, right? That makes sense. Because why? It's okay, what? You spend $70 more as compared to maybe $20, right? Treating, right? $50 more, but I know I'll get it back one another anyway. So again, attachment and detachment. He didn't hold so tight and let go. And how he's making 6 figures per month easily right now. Okay. So money flows with him. Okay. So again, reflect in your life. Where in your financial life do you feel you have been the most anxious or controlling? How does that impact your decisions? So everybody just start in the chat very quickly. Just take away 1 or 2 sentences. Where do you financial life do you feel the most anxious or controlling right now? If you don't, wonderful. If not, no problem. Right? But where do you feel has been the most anxious or controlling? Okay. Is it in savings? Is it in investments? Is it in giving? Right? Is it in reinvesting yourself? Right? Like, where are some areas in life? Right? Or is it sometimes, is it even about spending to bless yourself? Is it spending to make yourself happier, to experience more of life? So where do you think? Right? When your financial life do you feel the most anxious or controlling? Okay. And so how does that impact your decisions? So it's not saying that you anyhow spend, no way, right? Later we talk about a bit of mini systems, but for now, right, think through. Which areas, for Zon? Oh, cash and investment. Okay, luxuries. Yeah. So that's why I said, just go deeper with, I think earlier I mentioned about how I went last minute to visit my wife in the hospital at China. Dude, the flight was twice the price of what she invested in. Right? The flight. So it was actually not easy for me to be like, let's go. It wasn't like I'm gonna fly, because I'm like, I mean the price is more than $1,000 for this place where it cost like 400. I'm like, wow, really? Must go. Right? So sometimes it's also about you stretching yourself as well. Okay. So for me, it was a lot about using it for myself. Okay. Take good, spend yourself, spend yourself, man. Happy when you feel most anxious. Yeah. Savings when you take out. Okay. And so number 2, what would your life look like if you trusted money to flow in out naturally? Okay. So not excessive spending, right? But intentional, right? Spending, right? And you allow money to flow in out naturally. Guys, let me tell you, chat. How do you think money work? How do you think your life would look like? We're not talking about tactics now. We're just talking about, hey, if you did allow flow, right, to come to your life, where you're not so tight all the time. You spend where you need to, you save where you need to, but it all comes from a space of flow. Intention. Okay, so sometimes I think intention itself is good. All right, peace of mind. Okay, so going a bit deeper, right? So scarcity rooted in fear that isn't enough to go around, energy closed, fearful, and self-protective, and believes if I give, I'll less for myself. I need to hold on to what I have because there's no guarantee more will come. Okay, so it's very tight. Limits generosity, creates a sense of lack, and blocks the flow of money opportunities. Abundance, then talk about abundance right now, right? A mindset based on trust that there is more than enough to meet your needs. And giving creates more flow. Energy, open, trusting, expensive. The more I give, the more I create space for new abundance to flow. The more I give, the more I create space for new abundance to flow. There's always enough to meet my needs and the needs of others. Okay, encourage generosity, builds trust in the flow of money, amplifies abundance through gratitude and giving. I don't spend much, but I'm still trying to spend. Okay. Okay, so for example, this I only learned this recently. So I hate cash. So anyone knows, I hate cash. I have no wallet. I only have a phone. I freaking hate cash. But then I learned from my mentor, and I need to implement right now. So I learned. So I share with you even my recent lesson over the past 1 month. So what he does apparently, again, I hate cash. So for me to do this is a big thing. Is he puts cash in his wallet. He puts like a lot of cash, like $100, $500 bills and stuff. And apparently even Tony Robbins. So what he did when he was broke at a point of time, he would withdraw off his cash and he would put it in his wallet. I think there was a story where he did it right way back. So he put the cash in his wallet, and number 1, it allowed him to feel rich just by holding the cash. Can anybody see it? Just type the word yes in the chat and see it. So number 1, just by putting the cash, right? Putting the cash in your wallet or somewhere you can see it regularly. Hey, according to that, again, this one, I have no idea where it works. Probably will, right? Because I'm trusting the whole process. But number 1, he puts the cash, he puts a lot of cash in the space where you see, even when it was put. But number 2 was the big one. which is anytime he had an opportunity and he felt called to do it, he would take sometimes the last few dollars he has in his cash, in his own wallet, and then he would give it to people. He would give it to the needy. Right? So I think that was a big story. I think me and YY were in the same room. I think we shared it doing business mastery, where he had his last few dollars. He gave it to a kid who was bringing out his mom for a dinner, and it was a young boy. I think he was very inspired by the young boy, right? To take care of his mom, right? And that day, I think that was the night he designed Date with Destiny. That was the night after he did that. And Date with Destiny now, as you know, recently, I don't know how many 5,000 people joined. Each ticket is maybe $5,000. He makes $25 million, right, in 4 or 5 days. It was that day. Again, I don't know how this works. Some of you might say it's woo and stuff, right? But I'll show you what happened to me. I think YY was there, right? I think YY was there. I know she's around. So after that, they encouraged us to give money, right? It's a fundraising campaign, blah blah blah, to give, right? So I'm like, right? So to me, number one, I was like, yeah, I can give lah. I give a bit, right? So I think I gave $100 or stuff lah, right? I forgot how much I gave. But after a while, I was like, 100. Like, was that really adopting the energy of what Tony Robbins was talking about, which is sometimes you have to stretch yourself to be abundant, right? So I was thinking a lot, right? Why feel free to share, right? Later if you talk about it. But I think you were looking at me, right, and stuff, and it wasn't easy. I don't know. Somehow the second time was a lot harder. I was like, oh, okay lah, let me do it again. Let me give something out again, which wasn't comfortable, but I trust in the power of giving, right? And so I did that. I think that was about late August. 3 to 4 months later, I had my highest revenue month ever in my business. Okay, so not saying that it was because of that, but I think abundance allows you to have the energy required to take action. Everybody okay? You can just type the word yes in the chat if that's okay. Right, so scarcity abundance, and people can notice, right? People notice that you're abundant, right? They're also more likely to support you as well. So the tactical things works as well. We can always optimize it, but I think number one, it always comes from the energy and sense. Okay. All right, so reflect. Number one, how can you feel more of a sense of financial abundance in your life? Number two, what would it look like to trust in money flow and be more generous today? How would life look like if you trust more in money flow and be more generous today? Okay, so everybody just type some suggestion in the chat. What are some things you can potentially do to feel more of a sense of financial abundance, and how will life look like if that's the case? All right, so wonderful. Yes, I saw some answers there. Okay, great. Okay, so put it on the chats. Okay. What are some ways, or what are some things you can do to feel more of a sense of financial abundance in your life? Okay. Yeah, so I don't know if you want, so putting cash somewhere helps you too, right? Just to create a sense of abundance. And of course, sometimes I think I learned from T.F. Ecker, right, which is sometimes treat yourself a little bit to occasional luxury every now and then. So it kind of reminds you. So for example, if we don't have to do it, but a lot of people say, right, the first time they fly in business class is the day their lives change, because they can see how financial abundance could be like for them. And then they started driving towards it, and then financial abundance. Right? Who knows? So sometimes treating yourself to occasional luxury is just a good way to remind yourself about the life you can have when you do have financial abundance. Okay? But not say every flight need to lah, right? But it's just something to think about. Okay? All right. Wonderful. Give more freebies, right? Unique. Nice. Okay, so lastly, creating a money intention. Yes, creating helpful content even they don't make money directly. Yeah, so by the way, I had one client that signed up on Wednesday. She has been following me for 4 years and I never knew who she was. Right? But paid quite a bit of money, right? To be a client. Right? So again, you never know. All right, so creating a money intention. So the last one before I end off. So some of you know this story. But what happened was in about 2019, there was about the year where after about there was a big story where I had a walk with my wife Sharon, and she was asking me where we want to go for that end of year holidays, right? And because I was saving money at that point of time, right? I was saving, I was very scarcity, I was holding very tight. I was like, let's go to Malaysia lah. And again, I'm going to tell people over again, it's nothing wrong with Malaysia. I love Malaysia, right? But obviously, she would like to go somewhere like Europe, America, right? Just to enjoy yourself a bit more. And so what happened was, that day was the day I told myself I'm going to do whatever it takes to make more money, right, in my life. And a few weeks or few months later, I did an activity right after joining KBB, Tony Robbins program, and I wrote this in 2019. And lo and behold, when I was looking at it, right, about a year later, I realized I achieved everything that I wanted in the form. I had the best year of my life at that point of time. I created a group, earned more than 10,000, right? Investment account more than 50,000, created model workshops, created movements. So I did everything because I set the intention to do so. So at the end of the day, money flows to where intention goes. So what do you think will happen if you avoid the topic of money versus being clear and intentional about it? Okay, so guys, especially in Singapore, when you ask people what's the favorite two words when it comes to money, FF, everybody just type it down. What's the two favorite words? Financial freedom, right? What all the marketers use until the cow comes home, right? But if you ask a lot of these people what does financial freedom mean to them, do you think they will know what is it? They might say, oh yeah, I'll buy a house. It's fine, sure. Oh, I'll take care of my family and loved ones. Sure, not too bad. But that's probably usually as far as most people would go. So the question is, how intentional are you about your goal, right? About your intention to make money. So quick question. If you had unlimited money, what would you do with your time, talents, and energy? If you had unlimited money, what would you do with your time, talents, and money? Okay, so there's do you have to write down anything? There's something to reflect about as well. How clear are you with what you would do? What would you do? So some of you must very big visions, right? Very big financial visions, right? 10, 20, 30-year visions, right? But what will you do when you make your next $1,000? Your next $10,000? Your next $100,000? Do you know what will you be doing with that amount of money? Okay, so a lot of you know the long-term visions. Do you know the short or the mid-term visions as well? Okay, so, and if you're unclear, this will happen. Because if you're not intentional, your brain is going to take charge. Your survivor brain is going to take charge. It's going to get you to a space where you're just comfortable. Anybody knows what's the concept of money thermostat? Money thermometer, but money thermostat, right? So all of us are on some level have a certain comfort zone of cash that we have in our brains, unconsciously or not. And so what happens a lot of time? Once we surpass it, we go back down, right? Once we hit there, we go back down again. So again, if you're not intentional, it's basically your survival brain doing the self-sabotage for you. So what happens? It goes up, self-sabotage, goes down, right? And then, salah, I cannot go solo. So the comfort zone is being met. Let me go, scream. Go here, okay, life is good. And self-sabotage, right? So again, if you're not clear, your survival brain is going to do the rewiring for you. Okay, so for example, over here, right, my mini updated board, just to put in my phone, right? And this was the goals I mentioned I wanted a while back. I changed this amount, right? Because the last time I wrote about 5 years ago, I just put 120,000, right? So I changed that because hit it, hey, just change something, but everything else was the same. Okay, yeah. Thinking of changing it, but again, we'll see how it goes. Yeah, RSI, resistance support, right? So again, how clear are you? And again, some of you know, I have a separate exercise where I talk about my visions, exactly what I want, what's my dream bucket list, right? What I'm going to do with it, how I'm going to contribute people. Again, we have exercise there, but for now, the question is, how clear are you of your intention to make money? Okay. 1 million is like portfolio, by end of 2025, right? 200 is the annual. So technically this hit 100, I put 120 actually last time. Actually, I put 120 by end of 2025, but I kind of, okay, hit it, so hit that. Okay. So, what you do very quickly, right, which is besides having a financial goal, which is setting a money system. So spend, enjoy, save, invest. Okay, so again, I have a system, a separate playbook. If you need, I'll send it to you guys later after today, right? But basically, do you have a money system so that can be intentional about where you spend your cash? So for example, I think Suzon mentioned, right, I don't usually spend, right? But it's not like you don't have money, right? So the question is, can you allocate it in a way where it's intentional so you can spend guilt-free? right? So that's usually what I call a guilt-free spending account, okay? Or enjoyable account, right? So spend, enjoy for longer term, maybe travels, right? Big purchases, saving for emergencies. I think that's important. Of course, investing for the long term. So again, if you need, I have the system. You don't need it, right? There's no 997 extra cost to buy. You get it all for free. I'll send you guys after the link. After the link, after the video. Okay. Okay. So all this will be for you. I'll send you guys to you. For any of you who need some help, do it and can send it to me. Yeah. Yeah, I use the financial jar system, but that was just a simplified way of what I do. Okay. So reflect. Number one, if you're under money, what will you do? If you don't have a money vision yet, right, please do it. What will you do and make your next 10, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000? So this is not even something that I didn't really work on for the past couple of months, right? So only a while back, then I started to prioritize this. Okay. And number three, how clear has your money strategy and system been so far? Okay. All good so far, guys. I'm going to do the final segment and then I'll take some time to ask questions and then YY come over. So YY, sorry, I do overrun a bit in the zone. Right? Very okay so far? You can just type the word yes in the chat. Is that okay? Type the word yes, yes, yes. Okay. So the last thing over here, which is appreciation, right? Appreciation empowers not just money, but all interactions of life. Right, so that's why I said I think I've been nagging at all our clients since day one, like Rebecca, so it's gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. I know a lot of us are facing challenges. We want to make a lot more money. Some of us will feel that we're doing enough. Some of us are facing stress in other areas of our life, but always go back to gratitude and appreciation. Okay, so whatever your current situation, find gratitude for the amount of money you have right now. Okay, so everybody, right? So everybody, can you just close your eyes for a little bit? Just invite you to close your eyes just a little bit, just for 10 seconds, right? And I just want you to do a deep breath. And just feel grateful for whatever money you have in your life right now. Whatever you can do with the money, the fact that you're even sitting here, watching it at your laptop, your computer, your phone, right? Just give some gratitude for whatever cash, whatever money, and whatever he has bought you over the years so far. Okay, and whenever ready, you can just open your eyes, right? And just write in the chat very quickly, what's that one thing that you're grateful for, right? When it comes to your money in your life right now. Just write down anything. Like we nurture more, how can apply it better to the rest of our lives. Okay, so a quick recap, right? The energy of money, how to harness it. We talk money is a mirror of ourselves. We talk about how money flows to value, how to attract more money for life, creating a money intention, and then at the end of the day, we talk about gratitude, and that more will come back to you. Okay, so again, these are the final action points. Complete financial freedom accelerator exercise. Number two, revisit your money beliefs via reflection. And number three, practice gratitude and look at your financial vision and bank account. So I haven't talked about it too much. I'll do it in a separate one. Where if you look at your bank account every day, naturally, without even doing anything else, you might even make more money already. Because why? Whatever gets measured gets improved. So one thing I've been trying to push myself to do is to look at my personal bank, business bank, and my Stripe account every day. Just to look. Just, oh, okay, today is this amount. Great. And move on with life. Right? And to train yourself to be less emotionally affected by money and to just keep doing no matter what. Okay, so there's something about. I'll do it a separate one, but this one goes a bit deeper and interest of time. Okay, so why my account keeps decreasing? Find out why lah. Analyze it lah. Analyze why. Okay, wonderful. All right, so everybody can just type in the chat. So Sam, we'll talk about it deeper. I know I made a very simple answer, but it's a deeper one than that, which is going to find out why, right? But everybody just type in the chat very quickly. What are some of your biggest action points, biggest takeaways? What are some of your top 2 to 3 biggest action points? Why is it important to you? Any final questions?